Solo World Traveler here. At the end of my trip, I was able to take a business class flight with Air Canada from Cancun back to Toronto, Ontario. I'm going to tell you about my experience. I'm going to review the seat, the amenities, all of the connections, the food, the service. Was it good? Wasn't it good? Is it really worth it to fly first class or business class with Air Canada? Let's go. Well, one of the benefits of being a 50K member with Air Canada is every once in a while you get upgraded to business class. And on my way back from Cancun, I got that. I was put right up into seat 1F business class on my Air Canada flight. It's about a 4-hour flight. The first thing that is the benefit is you get one of the first people onto the plane. I never thought that this was that big a deal, but it actually was kind of nice to be able to get yourself onto the plane and get yourself situated into your seat, and you didn't have to wait in a huge long line. This couple was right ahead of me, but I was basically second. And as you can see here, I'm in the very first row of the plane. What I would say is it is spacious, it is roomy, the seats are well cushioned. I couldn't really figure out how to recline my seat at first. I eventually did figure it out. A little bit older, it's not the newest seat in the world, and it actually didn't have a ton of legroom. I thought for business class I would have lots of legroom, and it was, but the exit rows, for example, are just as long. The service started right away, and right away they gave me a bottle of water and my headphones, which attach into the compartment beside me, which I'll show you in a bit. So that was nice. And it was a nice offering right at the beginning before we had even taken off. So that's one of the benefits. Here's the side panel, and there's lots of extra little storage here, which is quite nice. However, it doesn't really fit a full-size laptop. I had my laptop with me. I tried to put it in. It didn't really fit. I'll show you that in a minute, but it had 3 different types of chargers, and right to the side here they had two automated things, one to recline your seat and one to push out your foot rest, and you could actually get into a full recline. I couldn't really do that because I'm well over 6 foot, so I didn't really fit. So it's definitely for a shorter person. This is the table that comes out. There's actually a lever there that you can push that it pops right out, which was nice. And this table is significantly larger than economy class. You can get a laptop, a drink, and in your cell phone on this table, no problem at all. It was a little finicky to get in and out of the side panel. I eventually figured it out. Overall, it's a pretty nice feature and a pretty nice table for an airplane. Here's the storage compartment open again on my left side, complete with my laptop, my portable charger, my headphones, and I have everything connected. There's a USB connection as well as a standard 100 amp connection in there, as well as the connection for my headphones. So it all was in there together, but as you can see, the laptop doesn't really fit underneath the compartment. And then you had this extra little table side that you would have to share with the person beside you, but there was an additional little place for where the table came out even more. My flight home, this doesn't have anything to do with first class. This was just lucky. It was a beautiful clear night, and it had amazing views of downtown Cancun, so that was really nice. And the TV set right in front of me was a standard Air Canada TV set, and there was no Bluetooth to the TVs, so it was a little bit older. The service started right away with a glass of wine and a bowl of warm nuts. The wine was from South Africa. It was a Sauvignon Blanc. They had an option of 2 or 3 different wines that I could take. One was a rosé. They gave me a warm towel as well shortly after when we had taken off, and that was nice. They also offered me dinner, and there was a choice between a pasta and a chicken, and I chose the chicken dinner. It was a nice chicken and rice with a tomato sauce, with a salad and a dessert, kind of like a coffee cake dessert, and they had the option of a warm bun, which I took. The utensils also were really well done. They weren't cheap plastic, they were solid metal utensils. And as you can see here, I had an opportunity to put lots of stuff on the table. There was lots of space to move stuff around. I was able to get the table in and out pretty easily, and it's pretty similar to economy class. I gotta say, there wasn't that much of a spectacular upgrade but it was definitely much nicer than the economy class on a typical 4-hour flight for Air Canada. It was a very nice flight overall, but at the end of the day, is this really worth it? Air Canada business class can often run into the $1,000 to $1,500 range, even across North America, even for a 3-hour or 2-hour flight. Is that worth it? If you're a 50K member, are you able to get into the exit row and into maybe premium economy? I think those things are just as nice. Is the full dinner nice? Yes, but if you're not hungry, you're not going to have it. And then the seat isn't that much nicer than an exit row seat where you get tons of room. What I would recommend is if you are a 50K traveler, or if you have any kind of status whatsoever with Air Canada, just get yourself into premium economy or into an exit row when you have that opportunity. Don't spend your money on business class or first class in Air Canada. If it is a longer flight and you are able to take advantage of that and you get upgraded for free, of course, take advantage of it, but I don't think there's any need to pay extra for business or first class on Air Canada flights, in my opinion. I don't think it's that much better than what you can get with simply upgraded seats in the economy areas of the cabin. And that's just my honest opinion. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is business class worth it? I didn't think so. It was still a nice experience overall. And again, I had these amazing views of Cancun on my way home to Toronto. And overall, I really did enjoy the flight. I was delayed a lot, but it was still really nice. Let me know what you think. Follow me for more at Solo World Traveler 44 for reviews like this and great destinations around the world.